Welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. We are back. It's your boy Dirty D.
It's your boy Tech Daddy. And that's it.
That's it.
That's the episode.
We kicked everybody else out of the podcast. You're fired. We're sorry you had to find out this way.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff right there.
We're just kidding. We love you guys.
Of course. Well, we're kicking it old school today. We're back to the original recipe, if you will, for KFC terms.
Yep.
Indeed.
The original.
The original
two.
Hell yeah.
All you need is salt and pepper.
A little acid. Jeez. I mean, you would at least be like cumin or what other brown seasonings can we come up with?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe like Italian herbs.
Well, there you go.
Type of thing, you know?
But it's like the mixed Italian herbs.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I use that shit a lot, actually.
Heavy on the Italian side, though.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's good stuff right there. Anyways, welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. If you're new to the podcast, we appreciate you giving us a check out. We've had a lot of new followers recently, so if you're a new follower, we appreciate you. If you're not following us, fix it. Follow us on. We're on everything. We're on all the streaming services. So give us a follow so you don't miss out on anything. Follow us on social medias too. We've been actually using them a lot more lately. So the Instagram's been pretty busy. The Facebook groups have been busy again. So we're back on our game. And if you're not following either of those, you're missing out. So if you're new, thanks for checking us out though. So if you're not following us yet, it's okay. You can fix that.
Yeah, it's like we have entered the algorithm now. It's like we have
dude, I don't know what happened, man. Like we tripled our listeners and we've been getting like new followers almost every day. It's pretty crazy.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, if you're one of those new ones, we appreciate you. Thanks for just checking us out. Leave us a review, by the way. So wherever you're listening to us at, leave us a review, give us some stars, whatever you feel like. Also, if you're new, send us some suggestions of what we should cover. We have a list that we're compiling of listener suggestions. We're going to get to those one of these days. We actually recently had a podcast meeting with all of us, which has been forever since we've done that, where we discussed the schedule so we can actually start knocking out some of the listener requests. So if you're new, send us requests. Also, if you're old, send us requests. It's cool. We'll take new and old comers when it comes to those. So yeah, give us that. Again, we appreciate you all. If you are a returning listener, thanks for all that support. I mean, it's been 3 years and this is the fastest we've grown in that 3 year span. So it's wild.
I don't know if you remember us having this conversation when we started the podcast. I was like, I really don't even expect to see real numbers until like 3 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, you're used to like the band life though, where it's kind of the same thing in certain ways.
Yeah, it's a slow build, of like figuring out what works and then where your market's at and then actually like getting the attraction of the market and then keep maintaining that. That's all. It's years. Yeah,
for sure. And it's taken us years to kind of get better. I mean, we've gotten upgraded equipment. We started doing video finally. So a lot's been changing in those 3 year span. So anyways, yeah, we appreciate, of course, those returning listeners. It's been hot out, so make sure you're drinking some water. Hug your animals. Don't leave them outside too long. Remember that the sidewalk is hot. Make sure that those foot pads are kept safe. And it's where you usually get your forehead kisses. There you go.
That's how I be doing Juno when I get home.
Yeah, that's true.
I got her new dog bed. That's
hell yeah.
I just put it in front of the big window in front. So she's just there like all the time.
No, dude, Juno loves watching The Neighborhood too.
Yeah, she does.
So,
and it's like, I put it's got like a little like extra pillow ledge on it.
Okay.
So she can just kind of lay there and lean her head,
yes, paint me like one of your French girls. Good for her.
Yeah.
That's good. She deserves the best.
Living the life.
Yeah, that reminds me of when I was still living with you and about the neighborhood watch part. And I was about to leave the house. I forgot where I was going. You were at work or a band practice or one of the million things that you do. So it was just me and Juno at the house chilling, but I had to leave and go somewhere. I forgot where. And I'm about to go to the front door, but I just hear Juno just going ballistic, man. I'm like, what's going on, man? So I go to the front door and I just see just a sea of Jehovah's Witnesses. and Juno just losing her absolute shit because like two of them knocked on the door. I just didn't hear it because I was on the other side of the house, so I didn't hear it. And yeah, Juno heard it.
Juno's like,
Juno was having none of it. She was having none of it.
Oh yeah.
And she scared him away. And I gave her so many treats.
That's hilarious.
Gave her so many treats, man, because she helped me out
Such a good girl.
exponentially that day. And I left the house and I was getting on. I forgot where I was going. But like on the other side of the street, they were walking down the street. Around the corner, they were down that street.
Oh
they were everywhere, dude. There were so many of them.
Sweeping the neighborhood, man.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
All it takes is one. They just need one house out of 20.
Oh yeah, that's all they need, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, shout out to Juno for that one. Give her some belly rubs for me for that one. I will never forget that day. I'll and forever in her debt. So it's funny that you mentioned the algorithm earlier though, because oh yeah, I forgot to do the part of the intro where I talk about we're gonna do some banter in the beginning of the episode. So if you're new, we do about 20 minutes of banter, and then we get into the actual topic. So this is the banter part. Stick with us. We'll get to what you're here for. If you're just here to hear us talk about some stuff, well, here we are.
Yeah, you can always fast forward like 10 minutes if you don't want to hear the banter.
And we do have ads too. So if you made it past the 2 ads and then to the podcast, we appreciate that too. So shout out for that too. I don't know why I forgot about that. Anyways. So yeah, algorithm rise, right? Because the internet is tailoring itself to me pretty well. Like I've been finding a bunch of new bands, it's like really cool merch, for stuff I like, which is dope. It's making me spend money.
It's getting better at it.
Well, I spent money today, like $300 something.
Oh hell yeah!
For me and Jess. So I was at work and I was taking a break. I was looking at my phone, whatever, and I saw an ad for sushi and sumo.
Ooh.
In Chicago.
Some sumo.
And some sushi.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay. What is this? What is this?
Oh, that takes me back right there.
So because it's something I've never done. I mean, I love sushi and I've always wanted to see sumo.
Yeah.
Live.
But when have they ever done sumo in fucking Chicago?
Right. Right. So the algorithm saw this and the algorithm gods shine their light upon me.
Blessed be
to ye. And so my first reaction when I see this shit, I'm like, okay, it's in October, it's in Chicago. This shit's like $300 for 2 tickets. All right, cool, whatever. So the first person I think about was Gio.
Hell yeah.
So I'm like, if anybody I know that has the free time and the just expendable income to do this bullshit with me, it's Gio. So I sent him the link and I got back to work. About an hour later, I get a message back from him. I'm sure he was probably working too. Hour later, I get a message back from him. I'm buying my tickets. Do you want me to get yours too? Yeah. Give me one for me and Jess, So I'm like, cool, man. Thanks. I'll PayPal you the money, And the funny part about it was, I'm like, okay, cool. I should probably tell Jess about this. He said, I need to tell Holly too. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, didn't even schedule.
Did not talk to our partners about this shit at all.
That's amazing.
There's no part of me that's surprised by this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're like the other of my closest friends that are dudes at least. And you know how we are. The three of us are ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a little wild.
It gets a little out of hand.
It's a little wild
at times. It's funny because we've grown so much in all these years. But you have Gio's randomness, and then your randomness, and then I'm the most sensible one, which is fucked up because I'm the one who started this whole thing about sushis and sumos.
Maybe you just love the chaos.
I kind of do, because my life is pretty structured and laid out,
you're the eye of the storm.
Yeah, exactly. Just kicking it. We were talking about this the other day too. And if you've ever hung out with us or ever been on vacation with us, I was joking because we always joke that DJ is blind, and somehow you're always in front of us whenever we're walking somewhere out of town in a place we've never been before.
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why.
There's no need. Just let it happen.
Just the vibes.
Just ride the waves,
Sometimes, yeah. It always works out though, because we always end up finding something completely random.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. For the most part, it's gut instinct with me because of all the places I've been. I usually always find or I meet somebody cool, and I get to do something. I get to go in the interwebs of the city and all that stuff. And on paper, these may seem very sketchy.
Our trip to Philly, the entirety of our trip to Philly.
But in retrospect, like going gut instinct, I would never take them back.
Sure.
Fucking loved every minute of it.
Sure. Yeah, the whole thing with Philly, I was asleep and you were just in the wilds of Philadelphia's nightlife.
In the streets.
I mean, which worked out because you haven't been drinking for years, so it was actually kind of perfect because you at least were you had your wits about you.
Yeah, I'm going on. I'll be 2 years in September.
That's fucking dope, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
Hell yeah. It's funny thinking back on the beginning of this podcast too, because like obviously there's like a glass of whiskey in our logo,
the main logo, yeah.
And neither of us drink while we're doing the podcast anymore.
No, yeah.
Like I easily cut up half whiskey downstairs. I just don't really.
Oh my god! I remember when we would start the podcast before we would do the episodes. I would like ask if you had whiskey there.
Yes.
And if you didn't, I would buy whiskey and bring it over, and I'd be like, "Dude, we gotta have a bottle at all times here."
It's true. Yeah, we would have that back then. You did say that we needed a bottle at all times.
Yeah.
And now I barely drink, and you don't drink at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Age will do that to a person.
Indeed.
Age will definitely do it to a person. I think like our generation's becoming sober very fast.
Yeah, there's a lot. I won't get into it.
Sure.
But it's cool,
Sure.
It's really cool to see, especially the younger crowd, like going to the gym. I see so many kids in the gym.
Sure.
And it really wasn't like that like 10 years ago.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean?
Not at all. It's usually like old. You would see like the Gen Xers there hanging out.
You're seeing like groups of 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds hanging out at the gym at like 8 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
And now I'm like, that's fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing how that's changed, especially for like the bar life. Because me and Justin will go out. Maybe the weekend we'll go and like get something to eat and maybe get a drink somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't see the roaming crowds, the roving crowds of the youths.
Yeah, the youths.
The youths running around the bars and shit. It's interesting how much has changed, especially again in the 3 years that we've been doing this podcast.
Yeah. It's like in the past, I've been playing shows a long time. In the past 2 years, man, the crowds have been like a lot of all ages shows.
Sure.
So I would just see like a lot of kids showing up, man. A lot of these kids, like they're not getting fucked up,
Yeah.
They're just hanging out at the show. Maybe smoking cigarettes,
Sure. Well,
maybe smoking some weed, but they're not drinking. It's cool. It's cool seeing that, It's definitely a different it's a different world now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting to see. That's cool though,
Yes.
But yeah, man, 3 years. We actually, unfortunately, about the 3 year thing, we actually haven't done the 3 year party yet because we're waiting on Mikey to open up the new Foreign Local. And then I need to talk to him actually about getting our beer going too.
I had a couple ideas too.
About the next beer or about
just that some type of 3 year thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. Also, speaking of things, for the listener that we need to get into, the pigeon still needs a name.
Does need a name. I don't know if they can see the pigeon.
Oh shit!
Hold on.
Oh no!
Go get the pigeon.
Oh no! Okay, let me put this on mute real quick. Okay, go ahead. Look at the pigeon. All right.
There he is.
So yeah, the pigeon needs a name. I mean, y'all. Again, we have so many new listeners, so many new followers. Help us name this pigeon. We send us your suggestions. Send it to requiredtastepodcast@gmail.com. If you have us on social media, shoot us a DM. We need to name this pigeon.
He needs a name. He deserves a name.
He deserves a name. He's been through so much. And also on top of that, like I mentioned before a few episodes back, if your name gets picked for the pigeon name, you do get a free t-shirt. So
yes,
we're incentivizing the pigeon.
Yep.
So
incentivization.
Yeah. That's yep. That's it. Hell yeah. So that's our intro. All right. Cool. We're 42 minutes in, man. You want to dive into this bad boy?
Yeah. Speaking of the world changing, this is a really cool fucking story. This I'm going to talk about the year without a summer, 1816. I don't even remember where I saw like a blip of this. I saw like some Facebook article, I think, and it was like a picture. It wasn't of the actual event, but it like showed like a volcano, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Sure.
So speaking of the world changing, in 1816, well, actually, first let me talk about where this place actually is. This is Mount Tambora, Sumbawa Island, Indonesia. This is a volcano that was originally 14,000 feet tall. I say originally because it blew up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll mention how big that fucking thing was, you know. Tambora was a volcano that had kind of laid dormant for 1,000+ years, in 1812, minor volcanic activity started happening. Couple rumbles, little smoke plumes coming out. So this motherfucker is starting to come alive, April 5th, 1815, the first actual explosion of Mount Tambora.
Okay.
This eruption this is the largest recorded volcano eruption in history.
Sensational.
And I was not aware of that. This thing was said to be heard 800 miles away from the blast. So for reference, that's like the distance of New York to St. Louis. You would actually hear this explosion.
That's pretty insane.
It's pretty fucking wild, you know. As it exploded, huge ash clouds started to form, and it actually mixed in with the moisture in the sky and created these little fucking rock pebbles that fell down.
So it rained rocks.
Yeah, little tiny shards. This was basically a multi-day eruption. This was from April 10th to April 11th. It's what you would call a pyroclastic flows, lightning, lava, all of this stuff. Anything you can imagine, like the biggest volcano, when you see the lightning bolt shooting in the middle, it had all of this shit.
Those are some of the coolest pictures on the internet, by the way. I always love those. If you guys are not familiar with what we're referring to, just go on Google. You'll find these images of lightning storms going around or inside of volcanoes. It's freaking nuts. Do yourselves a favor. Google that. It's super cool.
So this volcano had estimated, it eviscerated the whole fucking island.
Okay.
The whole thing. Animals were dead. People were dead. Vegetation was dead. The estimated 12,000 people killed instantly.
Okay.
And during the aftermath of this, close to 100,000 deaths leading from this eruption.
Just the eruption alone?
No, from the aftermath too, coming after it.
Okay.
Which I will get into. This ejected 36 cubic miles of ash and rock into the atmosphere.
Cannot be good.
It's a big fucking cloud. You know, I don't know much about volcanoes, but this volcano was rated a 7 on what is this volcano scale called? The Volcanic Explosivity Index. Now, this index goes on a scale from 1 to 8.
I'm about to say, it can't be going to 10 if this was the largest explosion we've ever had.
It's pretty big.
So why isn't it an 8 then? Okay, whatever. Anyways,
I will explain actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So we'll start at a 0, which is a non-explosive eruption of a volcano. Basically, it may spew a little bit of lava, but there's no actual explosion. You go to a V1, which is a gentle explosion, which they compare to the Strombolian eruptions. A VE2 explosion would be a minor Mount Etna kind of event. These are similar explosions that have happened in the past I'm kind of referring to. Okay. You go to a V3, a severe, which is close to a Mount St. Helens precursors. You go to a V4, we're talking cataclysmic kind of stuff. You know, we're starting to talk to messing with the atmosphere and things of that nature.
Okay.
Paroxysmal, which is a V5, which is the Mount St. Helens eruption. That's what they rated that as, a V5.
Okay.
A V6 would be a colossal. This would be the equivalent to Krakatoa erupting in 1883.
Okay,
which was a pretty big,
because that I've heard of.
Yeah, that's the big one most people have heard of. So this is where we're at a V7. This is registered at a super colossal, and it is the Tambora explosion. V8, if you're wondering why didn't it reach V8, a mega colossal. This would be something similar to the size of Yellowstone.
Oh,
which would have been 650, 700,000 some odd years ago. You know, whenever you want to pull it. That would be end of the world.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I actually were mentioning this, I was remembering that, and eventually I plan on going to Iceland because Iceland, and there was a tour you can take of a volcano in Iceland. Just it's an active volcano, but you can take a tour and da. I mean, I figure if I'm gonna die.
Yeah, see, they made a whole documentary about people visiting a volcano and it erupting, and it did not go well.
It doesn't.
Did not go well for those people.
Really doesn't. And I've also watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. There was a whole thing in there about a dude fight a volcano. Just put it out there. It did not end well for him either.
He fought a volcano.
Literally, and it did not end well for him.
One of my favorite animated series is called The Big Les Show, and they have like all these like sub-series on of it. But in the main series, all of the characters, they gather together and they smoke a volcano bong. So they go inside of the volcano and they had like somebody goes on the top of the volcano and drops a bunch of weed and they have like a tube on the bottom and they rip it as a huge bong.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I was looking to see which what that volcano was rated. It's rated out of 4 if it were to erupt.
What's that?
The volcano in Iceland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Avatar Roku. I'm thinking of an Avatar.
Okay.
Jeez. Anyways, but yeah, I was curious of the VI rating for that, but that's what they said. It will be a 4. The comparison would be like you mentioned before, Mount St. Helens going off which was actually a 5, so it'd be a little bit lower than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just curious because I want to go visit that volcano and kick it, see what happens.
Yeah, that would be cool though to see like before you go.
Right.
Carrying on, this created a caldera 3.7 miles wide. And that's basically the crater it leaves from the explosion that this volcano blew up. Now, I mentioned in the beginning that this volcano was 14,000 feet tall.
Yeah.
After this eruption, it was only 9,350 feet.
Okay.
So it literally blew a fucking third of itself the fuck off into the atmosphere. It shot itself into the fucking atmosphere.
Okay, so we have a manhole cover and that. Fantastic.
So this is the eruption, but all the stuff that happened after the eruption is just so fucking insane. So days after the eruption, darkness would have blanketed nearby islands for days. Sulfate aerosol spread globally via jet streams, and weather disruption began pretty much immediately. And we're talking a drop in temperature of anywhere from like 5 to 7 degrees.
Okay.
Like
that's almost a mini ice age, isn't it?
It's pretty fucking crazy. It gets really cold. So, and that's, like I said, about, anywhere, probably 3 to 7, anywhere from 3 to 7 degrees and about 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. This caused a lot of problems all over the world. I'll kind of go over some of the continents it messed up.
So I just had to look it up real quick, just out of curiosity, because I had mentioned an ice age. On an average temperature drop of 5 degrees, may be enough to trigger conditions of an ice age.
Woo.
So, just for clarity,
it's pretty fucking wild. Yeah, I did not know that. That's Jesus Christ, that explains a lot of some of the stuff I'm going to get into here.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into some of the effects that this caused. Mass famine all over the world. So because this caused weather drops, ash, tiny pebbles of rocks falling all over the place, a lot of farmers lost anywhere from 2/3 to 1/3 of their crops. And that's on the good side to the people who lost everything.
Sure.
Now, this is in 1815, so there's no railroads yet. There's no cars. Everything they used was horses. That's how they got around. So economic struggles started. Like instead of like what we would experience, gas prices going up, they had grain prices going up. Because that's what they fed the horses with. That's basically, that was the fuel, how they got around. And they experienced this all over the world, This also caused a mass migration in the U.S., caused a very bad economic depression in Europe because of some of the crops that they experienced, all the the loss that they had.
Sure.
The grains that went up. I forgot to look up the ratio of like how much a bundle of grain, like how much it went up during that time.
I can do that.
But it's like it was so funny to read the comparison because I'm like, yeah, I remember that in like 2008 when gas went from like it was like $2.03, and it just jumped up to $4 and something, out of nowhere.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. I remember that very vividly. And it never went back down. It's only going up. Good times.
Okay, where am I at here? I wanted to go over. I was going over the continents and stuff.
Yeah. I'm still looking up the price of grain.
Yeah. So also another thing with Europe, constant rain, failed wheat, and potato crops were pretty much lost. With it's a big thing in Europe.
I do have an answer for you, by the way. The price of this is for oats. So the price of oats went from 12 cents to 92 cents a bushel.
Ooh.
That is an inflation.
That's a goddamn fucking what the fuck, man.
And then actually for the wheat, it went, and I'm not sure what unit of measurements or unit of currency florins are. I can't remember. It went from 11 to 14 to 15. But essentially, it's a substantial rise.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's just everything went up.
Goddamn, oats is going up again.
The price of oats. Bitch. The price of oats, man. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm actually wondering what that equates to today.
Imagine reading the paper though. Like if you got the paper, it's because that's all you had back then, you know. And then price of oats went up 88%. Goddamn son of a bitch. Also in Europe, this caused riots in Switzerland. It was rumored that people were eating cats and dogs, and sometimes cases of cannibalism.
Oh, geez.
Ireland had 8 breaks of typhus. In Asia, India, a failed monsoon. The monsoon season did not come that year.
Okay.
Which is you would never think that would be a bad thing.
Oh, well, because of all the rivers and channels that run through that area, it wouldn't.
And so
you would be curious of why I know that. It's because the monsoon seasons, they still, of course, they come every year and they're expected every year. But you have whole neighborhoods that are whole towns that are built on stilts because of the monsoon season.
Okay.
Because
I was
they rely on fishing.
It sounds like they lucked out, like they lost the whole fucking.
No, people were going to start starving because of it, because they rely on the river not only for transport but also for food, and their entire economy runs off of it. The problem is the monsoon season, if it ended or didn't happen at all, that would have never transpired. To add on to that, even nowadays, because again, the reason why I know about this is because the monsoon seasons it hasn't rained enough. In Asia, and so a lot of those towns are starting to dry up and move. Yeah, because they're just not the rivers aren't feeling like they normally were supposed to. It's a mess, unfortunately.
Well, this also caused a cholera outbreak in Asia. In China, crops were destroyed by floods, droughts, and alternating freak patterns. So this basically was it wasn't just always cold; it got better. And then it would get cold again.
Yeah, it's not good.
It was flowing in and out. So people had no really way of a hope of growing crops.
You can't grow with that. Yeah,
there was nothing.
By the way, I have an answer for you. By the way, about the so the 12 cents versus 95 cents. So today that would be something that costs, I think it was $2.50, now costing $19.83. So
that's like gas going up.
Is that? Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Yeah, and in America, I didn't even mention that this caused snowstorms in New England. People were waking up to almost 5 inches of snow, sleet, crop failures. People were starving, and this also, like I mentioned, caused the migration west.
Sure.
Which during this time. In 1816, Indiana was founded as a state officially.
Oh.
There was only 18 states at the time or something like that, So because of this eruption, a lot of people migrated to Indiana, into the Midwest, and started growing the Midwest, what we know as it is today, being a big agricultural, a lot of crops being grown, stuff like that,
Yeah, 1815, there were 19 states.
19 states, okay, yeah. Okay, I was a little bit off.
Yeah, it's fine. That's why I have Google. That's why I have the internet right in front of me. It's
great. So I probably should get into this now because we're talking about America. Let me find the notes for this. So this storm may have or may have not indirectly caused Mormonism.
Okay.
Or the rise in just any kind of basic religion, you know. Basically, the family of Joseph Smith was one of the families that was going to be migrating from New York going to Indiana. But they did not do that. They ended up staying and landing in Vermont, which is where Joe basically says, "Hey, I found this fucking golden Bible over here, guys. You can't see it,
right?
Only I can see it." It's really cool, though. You guys want to hear about it?
Yeah. I swear to you, it exists.
Now, part of this big reason why they say this might have indirectly caused Mormonism because there was a big upheaval of religion during this. One of this being everybody thinks that any type of a situation like this is end of times. And any point in history when something like this happens, there's always going to be that group of people that are saying this is the end of times.
Well, honestly, though, and we get a lot of this is the end of times things. That's actually a pretty good one, though. I get it.
Because imagine living, let's say you live in New York, right? And you wake up in fucking June and outside your door is 5 inches of fucking snow. It is raining fucking ash and tiny pebbles, and all the crops are dead.
Yeah, I'm.
You know,
and it's the end times,
and it's like June 4th.
Yeah, it's the end times.
You know, and this also made the sky look really, really crazy because there was so much cloud coverage. It gave the sky this reddish hue that people a lot talked about, which I'll get into in a little bit. But all of these religions, based on all of this facts, were going really, really heavy and started all of these subdivisions of religions.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Your Mormons, you know, things like that. And I really don't know a lot of other religions that may be caused of this, but this was just like an upheaval of people being like, yep, this is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, like, again, it happens all the time, but this seems kind of reasonable.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Okay, so this was one of the coolest things that came out of this event. So during all of this storm, there was a gathering in a villa that would have been in Switzerland. And this group of poetry writers had gathered near Lake Geneva, and they were going to hang out there for the summer and write poetry together and hang out, basically. You know what I mean?
That happens. Yeah.
This storm happens. They get stuck. They decide instead of going home, they're going to stay there. And they're going to write.
This sounds familiar to me, but go on.
Who was there? Lord Byron, the famous British poet, recently exiled from England due to scandalous affairs and massive debts. He was one of the characters there. Mary Godwin, later Mary Shelley, who was only 18 years. Yeah, the author of Frankenstein. This is where she got the inspiration of Frankenstein because of the weather that they endured.
Yeah, that's why it's starting to sound familiar to me. I'm like, wait a minute, I know this.
Yeah. Percy Shelley, brilliant young romantic poet, was there. Who Mary would later marry. That's funny.
Yep. Yep.
Emotionally unstable at the time, quote unquote. He wrote Mont Blanc during this trip. And then there was Claremont, which was Mary's stepsister, also Byron's lover, pregnant with Byron's child at the time. And then there was a John Polidori, who was Byron's young physician, and ends up creating the first vampire story in English literature. So basically, these guys were stuck in there, and they were like, "Let's just write novels," you know, and basically birth science fiction and Gothic novels.
That's tight.
Another cool thing that came out of this was the artwork. A lot of people were sad and depressed because this lasted all summer. You know, this was like a whole year basically of them being fucking fucked and not knowing what is going to happen, you know, and people are dying. There's a lot of diseases breaking out everywhere. Fucking this lady's writing about Frankenstein. It's not looking good.
No.
You know, so a lot of the artists started designing what we now would think of as like Gothic painting. So I mentioned the red skies that it was. This was basically the birth of like realism painting, where artists were going outside and painting sketches of dark red skies or like red skies with the trees, really gloomy. And if you look at a lot of old Gothic art stuff like that, that's what a lot of it has. This really distinct red sky in the background. So that was another really cool thing that happened from it. Another thing that happened because of the horses was the invention of the bicycle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I have a whole thing on this. Give me a minute. I gotta find this real quick. It's in my notes.
Fair enough. I will entertain the people.
Yes.
I don't know what to do. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's funny. Like, so I studied English was my major when I was in college for the third time, and I actually studied Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but I remember the story of when it was written. So that's the only reason why I had any insight on that. It's actually a pretty good book. It's pretty good, and I feel like it's interesting that I feel and thankful for the internet now. But like back then, when I first read Frankenstein, I never read it when I was younger. Why would I? But I had no idea it was written by a woman until I got to college. But that's fucking cool.
That's wild. Yeah,
that's really cool.
It's pretty crazy. Like there's like a caveat to this story because this was like a devastating thing that almost like leveled the fucking planet, but. Beautiful things were created and innovation was made because people had no other option.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at like and this is a very broad stroke comparison, but like if you think about the Renaissance period and the Harlem Renaissance too, but like the original Renaissance came after a dark age when the world was pretty well fucked.
Yeah.
And then think about all the beauty that came out of it though. So it's again just like one of those things where like there's a horrible thing breeds some really good art.
Yeah, it really does.
How it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like we've talked about this many times when we talk about the Hitler stuff. And I think we've done a whole episode about it, about like things that just happened to be good from it. Found the bicycle stuff.
There we go.
Because of the crop failures, thousands of fucking dead horses. They weren't able to eat all this stuff, and horses are also fucking expensive.
Very.
You have a German inventor named Carl Dreis who built the Laufmaschine in 1817, also known as the dandy horse or the running machine.
Ah, yes. Dandy.
This was 2 wheels, no pedals. You straddled it and pushed off with your feet like a toddler.
I've seen pictures of it actually. It's like sketches of it. Whee! It is amazing. It is so amazing.
It's just fucking hilarious. Like no pedals or anything like that.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can find a picture for you.
It's the fucking Flintstones. That's exactly what that is.
I'm gonna find a picture of this thing for you.
Fucking Flintstones, man.
Because it is amazing. Oh, there he is. There's the picture that was in my head.
Oh, you found it?
Oh, yes. It's not that big. I'll have to send it to you later. It's amazing. No. It is truly, truly amazing because he looks like quite the dandy while riding this horse. Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
The full split. Why is he looking directly at the fucking
Because
camera?
eye contact establishes dominance.
Oh, my God.
That's why. Oh man, but we need to remember to tell Beta when she makes a post to make sure that she includes a picture of that because it's something special. It's really the top hat too. Like it just adds so much to it. It adds so much to it. But yeah, the dandy horse.
Yeah. And not only did this inspire like all types of like inventions and the birth of some great literature and artwork and things like that. This also inspired people to start studying meteorology and start figuring out like what the fuck just happened. Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Like this is across the world. Why are we getting fucked up? You know what I mean? Can you imagine hearing that boom?
What the fuck was that? Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but the aftermath of this is pretty much of that. This was pretty much the largest recorded eruption because volcanoes, big eruptions leave such an imprint on the atmosphere and everything. You can actually detect it.
Sure.
To a certain distance back. Luckily for us, this was only, within a couple 100 years ago,
Sure.
So it's actually like could be measured and all that. So, Yellowstone, if it ever erupted, not looking good.
Yeah, it's not looking good for anybody. Like anybody involved is not looking good. Wasn't really there just an incident there recently too with one of the geysers going off?
Dude, I see pictures of like friends of mine going there, and I'm like, no, don't need to. The videos are cool. We got 4K. There's 8K. We got 8K.
100%.
I got VR. I'm there. I don't need to touch the fucking.
Yeah, because so recently, and this is a bit off topic. We'll kind of on topic because we're talking about Yellowstone now, but this happened. I want to say like 2 days ago, but a bunch of animals just started leaving Yellowstone.
Oh no,
which is never a good sign. So
that's not good at all.
So there's that.
That's absolutely terrifying.
That is indeed very terrifying. But yeah, like recently, like one of the geysers I think at Yellowstone erupted, and like a bunch of people got injured.
I just like typed in. I was like, what would happen if Yellowstone erupted?
Death. That's it.
Blast zone. Everything within 50 to 100 miles instantly obliterated. We're talking parts of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, completely flattened. Tens of hundreds of thousands dead. Ash fallout. Entire continental U.S. Inches of ash. Even up to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Infrastructure damage. Everything is going to stop, basically. Air travel, trains, planes, automobiles. It's all going to stop. Volcanic winter. This will drop anywhere from 5 to 9 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be lack of sunlight, shortened growing season, acid rain, famine, diseases, ocean cooling, also mass migration. Who knows? I don't know where Yellowstone is exactly, so everyone would probably be going east, right?
Yellowstone is in Wyoming.
Yeah, so everyone's going east.
Yep. I just was reading this thing.
Don't follow me. Like if the fucking eruption happens and we're like, everyone's like, we either go this way or this way, and I start walking, fucking help me out. Don't just follow me. Give me a pointer.
Oh man, yeah. I was looking up. Like apparently like the Black Diamond Pool at Yellowstone went off like a month ago. But there is on the current geyser activity part of Yellowstone National Park Service underneath the National Park Service.gov, Old Faithful is predicted to erupt for 10 minutes on July 16th. So today. So
really this year? Oh no.
Well, it goes off here and there. Like just. Yeah.
Why did I choose to do a volcano episode on the day? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer to that. It's supposed to go off. Oh wow, that is ridiculous. So I'm just on the website. Mm-hmm. The latest geyser prediction is actually supposed to go off for 10 minutes today in 2 minutes, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess we got to hang out for 2 minutes, see if we hear a fucking.
So what do you want to do?
I gotta make some weight. That's what I'm working on is weight music for us.
Yeah.
Whenever we have a moment, it's just there
you go.
Some
that's good stuff. Well, I mean, but Old Faithful like goes off all the time. Like it's just because it's just a geyser. Yeah, it's not like the actual volcano going off. Yeah. I would be way more concerned about this if it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, good knowing you, buddy.
Yeah, like okay, well, it's gonna go now, I guess.
I would just start smoking weed right here. I'd be like, well,
that never stopped you before. Oh, like what actual flower? Never mind.
Yeah,
like I said, like you hit your family all the time. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
it's different.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like smoking actual flower at my house, I would have been upset. Yes. Oh man, that's good stuff. But yeah, that's just random. I just was randomly thinking about that.
Damn it! I just remembered my question for today.
Oh jeez.
Because Ben's got to be involved for that. I want to get Brandy's input.
Okay.
John's getting crazy now too. I want to get his input on that.
Oh man,
freaking
John, that boy. That boy was going through it.
That was the eruption of Tambora. Like when I first heard it, it was just like a year without winter. I was like, oh, cool. It's like hot as fuck outside. Maybe I should talk about a year it wasn't hot.
Yeah, a year without summer is
yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know it was because of that.
Yeah, that's the death toll was astronomical. But yeah, it's interesting because especially like since we're sitting on top of, well, not on top of it because it's in Wyoming, but Like if that were to go off, we are so boned.
Sitting on top of a V8. Yep.
Yeah, that's about right.
Anytime could bust.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious that scientists have an eruption meter for volcanoes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, well, you kind of have to measure everything in science.
Yeah,
so that kind of makes sense.
The bust ratio, that's what I would call it.
Okay. Yep.
The bustometer. You have like one of those meters that like teeters. Like, you know,
I'm not stepping in your room ever. I'm not going into your room ever again. Like, ever again, actually.
That's why I could never be a scientist.
Yeah, because you make everything ridiculously dirty.
Yeah, you'd go into work and I'd be like, how are we looking on the bustometer? And you'd be like, dude, I did not fucking go to school
right
for like 12 years for this shit.
That's the deal with this shit.
I'm like, look, the arrow's a dick. Look it. Get it?
I was talking to Jess about this the other day, actually. And I forgot what the context was. If it was something about, I can't remember what we were talking about exactly, but I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a ridiculous occasion. It'll just be us partying and then DJ just drawing dicks on everything.
Oh, yeah.
So
those were the days.
So just so you know, I told her about your obsession with drawing dicks on things.
Yeah, let them know. I haven't done it in a while.
That's probably...
I'm not out in the streets like I used to.
That's very true. That's very true. You're a working man and taking care of your old lady and...
Can't draw dicks on my own property.
No, that's not how it's done.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not how it's done.
It's not how we do things.
Nope. Anywho, did you have anything else to add to that, or?
No, that was pretty much it.
All right, cool. Well, that was a short and sweet episode.
Yeah,
well, just like the old days. Honestly, our goal back when we first started this was to do like an hour episode.
Yeah,
and that's gone out the window.
Hour plus banter.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're still kind of around it. Depends on how many people are on the episode, though.
Well, yeah, if it's 4 of us, we get distracted real easy.
Dude, the last episode was.
I gotta listen to it.
It's on the drive.
Yeah,
it's on the drive. I'll post it now that I found the damn memory card. I'm gonna post a video online. So yeah, I guess I'll do the wrap up then. So, anyways, if you made it this far in the episode, we appreciate you giving us a listen to. Like I mentioned in the beginning, though, if you can, give us a follow. We have a lot of new followers, a lot of new listeners. I'm not sure if y'all are following us yet. So if you're not, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a rating. There is a website, requiredtastepodcast.com. It has our merch on there as well as video. I'm going to be adding photo on there eventually. But I'm back to work again, so I haven't had the free time and or bandwidth to want to sit in front of a computer after sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours. It just doesn't really compute to me. Yeah. So I'll get there eventually. Whatever. Moving on. So also, please send us your suggestions for episodes, anything you might want to hear us cover. We have a list going. We're definitely gonna be knocking those out sooner than later. We recorded twice this week already. Yeah, we're recording again. I think another 2 times next week. So we're gonna be backed up on videos. We're stacking these up finally and knocking them out. So please send us your suggestions. We will get to them. Also, name the damn pigeon.
Somebody name this pigeon.
Somebody name the pigeon.
Needs a name.
It deserves a name.
Deserves a name.
It is a hero.
Veteran.
There we go. So yeah, if you made it this far, again, we appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the likes. Leave us a comment too. We will be. I'm going to try to start reading those as well. I checked today. There is a comment on there from like an episode of 2 or 3 ago. Okay. But I need you and B here to read it because it involves the 3 of us.
Okay.
So nice. About a question that we asked forever ago. So anyways,
okay.
I'll get to that. So yeah, leave us a comment. And of course, as always, we appreciate all the support and y'all be cool.
Thanks, guys. There you go.